Hey, it's Sophie. I'm back with another video. I wanted to come on here and show my mi libros de español, my Spanish books that I am using to estudiar español, to study Spanish. I plan to one day take my exam for my A2 level in Spanish because I one day would like to have a trabajo work using Espanol within my job. Like, I want to kind of, I guess, create my perfect career, and I do want a part of my working day to be translating Spanish into English and vice versa. So I will study this. I will study and keep on studying and study and study until I get in my momento, my brain. I don't think memento is brain. I think it's mind, but it's the same thing, right? I kill. So, uno libro, the first book is my homeboy. The Spanish book is a creative and proven approach to learning Spanish. That's what it says on the bottom. And anyway, so this is the book I was using a lot last year, not so much this year, but it kind of got me into just reviewing Spanish. It is a very easy approach. I honestly don't even know why I stopped using it. I don't know, I just kind of fell off the Spanish thing for a little while, so I'm getting back into it now that my my computer is broken because I managed to break it. So I was like, if I can't study for my Excel exam, I will be upping up my studying for Spanish until I get my new computer. I should be getting it this week or next. Yeah, actually, I'll be getting it this week. So anyway, so that was the first book. I got up to like page 100, a little further than 100. Page 100 in this book, which is pretty significant because I am dyslexic, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. So, yeah, so that was pretty, relatively decent. I just wish I would have kept on going because I probably would have been finished it by now, but I will crack back open this book. The next book, is my Spanish verb tense book. These types of books by Dorothy Richmond is relatively popular in the Spanish study community. I think probably just for more languages, but particularly in Spanish. So I know that it's a pretty good resource. And this other book also is everyone recommends it. So I think that these are my first two libros are relatively really good, really popular in the Spanish learning community. So there's a one I'm going for. Again, for the second book, I'm just learning more about how to use the tense and how to change it depending on what person is speaking. If I'm speaking, how do I change up my verbs, and if someone else is speaking, and just knowing the differences. I like pairing up my verb tense book with Duolingo because then some of the exercises switches up with the verb, and I'll know what word to put in when I'm doing my Duolingo lesson, and because of what I'm learning from this book, so it's kind of like they kind of pair together. So I find that like, I know when it's like for example, if it's nosotros and they're eating, I know that when I'm looking for the right word to say that they're eating, I'll put I think it's COMIMOS because we're talking about we, and when you got we, the verb at the end of it has MOS. So that's a little thing that I learned. So I'm like, yay! I'm so excited. Okay, that's so boring, right? Anyway. This is another little book. I'm just kind of like look through it a little bit, but I think it's really like, it's like cute and small. I can always put it in my book in my bag, so I could just kind of look through it and just kind of get a little idea. But I haven't really cracked open this too much. But this is another resource that I have. This is gonna be another libro that I have not cracked open that much. But like I looked at it on one of my what's it called Almozar. I want to say lunch. I know Alamarzo. I will check afterwards. But on my lunch hour, I have looked through this book, but I don't know, something it takes me a while to kind of really get into a study material. But this is one of them that I have. I can't really say much on it though. I also have these cards. I can show you. Again, I start using them and then I just kind of like trickle off. I'm not sure why. But yeah, my last libro, I kind of used it in the beginning, but kind of fell off. So I guess the main one that I'm using right now is my 10th book. And I was using this before, but I'll go back to it. But yeah, like these are my materials that I have. And another thing that I use is my notebook. I try to write out like what I do in a day, like my to-do list. So it's lista. I'll read out my to-do list because why not? Hold on. 2 seconds. Okay. All right. Gosh. Okay, can I put you down? Let's see. All right, cool, great. So lista de quehaceres, lista de quehaceres, uno, despertar, dos, hacer Duolingo, tres, hacer café, cuatro, practicar, practicar español, treinta momentos. 5. Toma un descanso de 10 momentos. 6. Practicar español durante 30 momentos. 7. Toma un descanso de 10 momentos. 8. Practicar español durante 30 momentos. 9. Paparte para el trabajo durante 2 horas. Este sábado. 11. Ir a casa y descanso. So that was my to-do list for Saturday, so sábado. I don't like this angle. I look better. I like this angle better. Hey. Yeah, so, no, not, oh dear. I don't know if I'm going to use this one. Okay. Okay.